Solid waste management is one of the most pressing environmental challenges faced by urban and rural areas of Nigeria. Nigeria, with a population exceeding 170 million, is one of the largest producers of solid waste in Africa. Despite a host of policies and regulations, solid waste management in the country is assuming alarming proportions with each passing day. Nigeria generates more than 24 million tons of solid waste annually, of which only 20 to 30% is collected. Indiscriminate dumping of waste has increased the generation of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, blockage of sewers and drainage networks, and choking of water bodies, thereby causing environmental, health, social problems among others. According to the Environmental Association for Universities and Colleges, EAUC, 2006, agricultural wastes are unwanted materials produced as a result of various activities within a farm or an agribusiness premises. This study deals with agricultural wastes, cassava peel, which are discarded materials from the process of processing of cassava tubers. They are disposed on an open land which accumulated to form heaps, dumped into water bodies, and at times burn with fire, hence releases carcinogenic substances into the environment, thereby contributing to climate change. In the context of this study, waste management is referred to as a well-articulated method of harmonizing, sanitizing and controlling discarded materials generated from urban and rural agriculture in order to ensure safe, healthy environment and sustainable development through reduce, reuse or recycle for healthy living of the present and future generations in Nigeria state. The N-Feed innovation. Nigeria is currently the largest producer of cassava in the world with an annual output of over 50 million tons of tuberous roots FAO 2016. The crop is mainly produced in 24 of the country's 36 states. In 1999, Nigeria produced 33 million tons, while a decade later, it produced approximately 45 million tons, which is almost 19% of production in the world. The average yield per hectare is 10.6 tons. Cassava production has been increasing for the past 20 or more years in area cultivated and in yield per hectare. However, 20% of the total weight of the tuber is peeled off, which contribute to waste which are underutilized and are not properly disposed of. They are dumped on the open ground, burned with fire, disposed into the drainage system or water bodies, which resulted into many problems ranging from environmental, land use, health, economic, social among others. Greenmind Initiative for Agriculture and Sustainable Environment get displeased about this and with her innovative and creative ability took up the challenge by developing a sustainable and economical way of utilizing this waste by processing and substituting the cassava peels into animal ration as a source of fiber and carbohydrate either fully or partially, which can be used as a feed for ruminants such as cattle, sheep, goat, pig, rabbit, camel, horse, etc. Poultry, and fish, thereby solving environmental, economic, health, land use, insecurity, communal clash and social problem. Project location. The project location is at Sabo Gari Factory, which is located in Ilora Town, Oyo State, Ifigio local government area of Nigeria. It is adjacent to Deeper Life Bible Church campground along Oyo-Ibadan Expressway. It covers a total land area of 14.57 ha and 2,538 meters as the perimeter. The location was divided into two segments separated by a minor road which extends to Oyo-Ibadan Express Road. The first segment is the processing mill and covers a total area of 10.10 ha and 1,412 meters in perimeter, while the second segment is the dumping ground, which covers a total area of 4.47 ha and 1,126 meters in perimeter, surrounded by residential house and majorly Deeper Life Bible Church campground. However, serious conflict usually arises between the Gari processor and the surrounding inhabitant as a result of the pollution caused by the burning of the waste cassava peel, which also resulted in diverse health challenges. The processing mill consists of over 140 units with at least 20 laborers per unit. The population there was estimated to be over 3,500 human beings excluding children. Women are the dominant population with lower economic status and poor standard of living. On an average, over 100 units operate daily and each unit process at least 300 tons of cassava tubers, given an estimated total of 30,000 tons. From studies, cassava peels consist of about 20% of the total weight of a tuber, which is peeled off before processing and is transferred to the dumping ground daily as it constitutes to waste. With the above data, it was estimated that the processing mill generated over 60 tons of cassava peel daily, which account to over 20,000 tons annually. The project is aimed at solving the following problems. 1. Environmental pollution caused by the accumulation of cassava peel. After peeling the cassava tubers, the peel is dumped on an open field to decay and rot by the action of microorganism, hence producing foul or offensive odor to the surrounding inhabitant are now been used, thereby ameliorating the environment and improving air quality. 2. Health challenges posed by either burning of this wastes or the action of microorganisms, as a result of the release of carcinogenic substances into the environment, resulting into health and other related diseases like respiratory diseases, heart diseases among others. 3. Insecurity, disunity, and communal or intertribal clash. In Nigeria, violent conflicts between nomadic herders from northern Nigeria and sedentary agrarian communities in the central and southern zones have escalated in recent years and are spreading southward, threatening the country's security and stability. With an estimated death toll of approximately 25,000 people and over 5 million displaced from 2000 to date. The economic toll has also been huge. According to a 2015 study, the federal government lost $13.7 billion in revenue annually because of herder-farmer conflicts. Over 90% of pastoralists reportedly are Fulani, a large ethnic group straddling several West and Central African countries. Pastoralists own approximately 90% of the national herd, estimated at 19.5 million cattle, about 975,000 donkeys, 28,000 camels, 72.5 million goats and 41.3 million sheep. Livestock represents between 20 and 30% of total agricultural production and about 6 to 8% of overall gross domestic production, GDP. Among the principal causes and aggravating factors behind this escalating conflict are climatic changes, frequent droughts and desertification, population growth, loss of northern grazing lands to the expansion of human settlements, technological and economic changes, new livestock and farming practices, a dysfunctional legal regime that allows crime to go unpunished has encouraged both farmers and pastoralists to take matters into their own hands. The media is also awash with reported cases of clashes between the nomads from the north and the inhabitants of Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, Katsina, Kaduna, Kwara, Edo, Delta, Enugu, Abia, Taraba, Ebonyi, Ondo, Oyo, Osun and many other states. This to a large extent, if not nipped in the bud, may affect the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal 2, which aims at ending hunger, achieving food security and improving nutrition and promoting sustainable agriculture by 2030. However, with the intervention of feed innovation, which is sustainable, economical, nutritious and more palatable for animals, will be recommended to these herders in feeding their animals as an alternative and supplement. This will, therefore, checkmate the conflict, thereby promoting unity, security, cultural understanding and sustainable development. 4. Poor standard of living or low economic status of the target audience or location. From findings, it takes 10 peelers 6 hours with a wage of 200 nairas each to peel 300 tons of cassava, and the peels are wasted without any economic value. But with feed intervention, this has increased their daily wages by 100% through the selling of the peels generated to animal farmers, thereby increasing their economic viability and standard of living. 5. Excessive land accumulation, which is against Land Use Act. Feeds serve as a means of land reclamation techniques because the peels which have accumulated over time into a heap which occupy a large area of land that should have been used for other purposes like agriculture, building, and construction among others has now been used sustainably. Conclusively, feed innovation will contribute to the emergence of new industry and employment opportunities, especially in the agriculture sector, crop and animal production, animal nutrition, and health, feed mills among others. This will lead to the creation of employment opportunities for the populace, thereby boosting the national economy and generation. Thank you for listening.